Okay, so let's hi everyone, thank you for coming. Okay, Cash is here also. Right, let's begin with. Now, first of all, please take out your this worksheet for your 2A2 WA3 revision checklist. Okay, all of you have. Right, now we're going to go through a few questions. Number one, the one on math skill. We've done the questions for revision. This one is familiar. Okay, for similar triangles already. Now we are left with math skill, and then we are left with the last question on quadratic graph. Okay, I'll start with the ones that are a little bit easier first. We warm up with the ones that are easier first. Okay, so along the way, y'all let me know if y'all can't see the screen or anything that you need. Right, okay, there's still people entering. Didi is here. Anyone saw Bilkis? Bilkis still got who? Who else is missing? Okay, quite a number of them missing. All right, now let's begin with the first question over here on map scale. To do map scale, very first one, we need to know the map and the actual. Okay, what's on the map, what's on the actual. Okay, so we know that on a road, this road is 5 kilometers long. Is this under the map or under the actual? Maybe I should call people. Xin Zhao, 5 kilometers, is it map or is it actual? Xin Zhao, cannot hear me, man. Xin Zhao, suddenly disappeared. No? Oh, no sound, is it? You can't see. Oh, yes, Terence. Actually, actual. So he typed lah. Okay, better than no response. Then represented by 2.5 cm on the map. So this one, the 2.5 cm is the one on the map. Correct? Okay, but before we begin, right, are they the same? We want the ratio to change it. Ratio 1:n, correct? Are they the same units? They are not the same units, right? So we need to change the units over here to change the units. So I need to change this one from 5 kilometers into cm. Okay, yes, Adaria is here. Your computer low battery, you got to plug charger, please. Okay, so in this case, I need to change, but before we begin, let's quickly go through kilometer to meter, meter to cm, cm to nm. Okay, so kilometer to meter. Zishu, do you have this piece of checklist, revision checklist? If you don't have, the soft copy is on the Google Classroom. Okay, Google Classroom have the soft copy, WA3 revision checklist. Okay, so kilometer to meter is times 1000, meter to cm is times 100, cm to meter is times 10. Okay, but now I want to change kilometer into cm. So you need to times 100,000. Okay, and this one will give me the answer 500,000 cm with 2.5 cm. But we want to change the scale into 1:something. How do we change the scale? Okay, maybe I call the next person. What do we need to divide by? Okay, Adawiya. If not, then you all can don't say can check type the answer inside the chat group also can.
Okay.
How? Or you can say then divide by what number?
2.5.
Yes, thank you. Divide by 2.5. So please calculate the number. 500,000 divided by 2.5. What do you all get? Number, anyone answer? Hello, anyone answer? No, y'all just started in the morning, is it? I give you the answer. Okay, so for this one first, so this is the scale for the map itself. Now the next part of the question says the distance between the two towns is 8 cm on the map. So have map is to actual. Okay, so the one on the map, they want actually the units to be in cm. So they want the map to be in cm, right? Because they give you 8 cm, but they want the actual distance in kilometers. We have to use the scale. But we know this scale, right? Got 2.5 cm and 5 kilometer. So we're going to use this 2.5 cm is to 5 kilometer. Question wants 8 cm. So I put 8 cm on the map. So 8 cm is on the map. Okay, those who just came in, those who just came in, we are doing the revision checklist 3. We are now at the map scale question already. Okay, so how are we going to find this proportion? First, we need to divide by 2.5, then we times 5. Okay, so 5, or we can have 8 divided by 2.5 times 5 to give you the number of distance. Okay, maybe Angelica, can you give me the number? Your calculator, what's the answer?
Yeah, I need to go change my calculator battery.
Then Brian, you know you got calculator with you. Brian, what's the number you calculated?
16.
16. 16 is whose voice? This one is whose
Me,
voice?
Elise.
Okay. Elise, is it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So 16 kilometer. Brian, you finished writing already not? Okay, I'm looking at screen. Can Okay, so this one is the basic one, right? But this is only the basic. We have to go on to the next part. Now, if I'm going to find area, map is to actual, right? They want the area. What is the unit here? This one is in kilometers square. So I have to use the one that has kilometer. So this is 2.5 cm, 5 kilometer. Okay, if I want to find the area, this is only length. How do you find area scale? How to convert everything to area? Yes, Tristan is back. How do you convert everything to area? What do you do? Anyone? Not that I call name already lah. Danish, how to convert from length go to area? I give you the first clue. 2.5, I need to square it. cm square. Then what happens to the 5? Danish.
Square root.
Cannot hear.
Square root.
Square root. Square or square root?
Square.
Square, yeah. So 5 square kilometer square. So we square everything to get area. Okay, so I repeat again. You square, okay, to get area. Right, square the thing. So after we square, we have 2.5 square, which is the number 6.25 cm square. Then the other one 5 square, 25 kilometers square. Now the information here, 500 kilometers square. This is the information, right? Okay, Didi, can you tell me this 500 kilometers square is under the map or the actual? Didi. Yeah, oh no, show face, but are you there? Didi, are you there? Diana? Hello? Hey, no response. Then I call Jane. Jane. Or you can type, or you all can type your answers inside the chat group, I see. This 500 kilometers square put under which one? Oh, Phyllis say put under actual, very good. So this one over here, we put it under actual 500 kilometers square, right? Then how do we get the answer? 500 out of 25 times 6.25. Okay, right? So in this case, we need to find the area will be 500 out of 6.25. No, out of 25, sorry. Divide by 25 times 6.25 to get the answer. Okay, someone give me the answer, please. Maybe I'll call Samsu. Are you able to calculate for me what's the number?
125.
125 cm square. Thank you very much. Okay, y'all take a look at the area. Those of you who finished writing already, you're okay. I can move on to the next question. You give me a thumbs up. Okay, one thumbs up only. Jane, Elise, you're there. Kimi should be there.
So wait, I'm writing.
Yeah, okay. I wait for y'all. Amelia, you know which worksheet we are writing, right? Do you? Okay, Elise says okay. So I move on already. Next question. Tristan, are you done?
Wait, teacher,
Tristan?
wait, a bit more.
Okay. This one is Danny, is it?
Yeah. Okay, teacher.
Yeah, done. So now this one is only the basic type of the question. Now I'm going to do the next one is the application type of question. Application type of question. Look at this. What is this question talking about? This is talking about a floor plan. Okay, floor plan of a studio apartment of a condominium. Okay, using a scale. So they gave you a scale again in this case, correct or not? So the scale is on the map is to my actual. Now at the first beginning, this is 1:120. Is there any units? Is there any units to begin with? No, right? Then what should we begin with? What unit shall we start off with? Ayo, can you type answers in the chat group? If not, you answer me verbally like that. I don't want to be talking to myself only. How anyone what unit should I begin with? I got one answer already. Yeah, meter. Okay, I want to change this to meter. But yes, cm. So I start with cm first. But Phyllis also say need to have meter, right? Why? Because after that need to change the unit to meters because the question say find in meters. So I need to start off with cm first and I change this to meters. Okay, so if I change this to meter, this one will become divide by 100. Okay, so this one will be 1 cm is 2 divided by 100, that will give you 1.2 meters. Okay, but now the question say find the actual dimensions. Do y'all know what does dimensions mean? Okay, what does dimensions mean, right? Dimensions means what is the length, what is the width. If you have a height, what is the height? So it's 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, or whichever. So in this case, I only know the floor plan. It says the dimensions of the balcony. So we look at the balcony. The balcony has what dimensions? What are the measurements of the balcony? Anyone? You want to type your answers or tell me directly? No? Okay, so what are the dimensions? Hello? Balcony got what dimension? The balcony have the 2.5 cm, correct or not? Yeah. And which one? Again, sorry.
1.8.
Yes, and the 1.8. So we need the 2.5 and the 1.8 cm. So what we know now, 1 cm is 1.2 meters. So I need to find. So 2.5 cm will be how many meters? So I take this, I multiply by 1.2. So 1.5, 1.2 times 2.5. Okay, to give me 3 meters. I also have the 1.8 cm. I take 1.8 times 1.2. Okay, the ratio over here, so times 1.2. Right, then times 1.2 to give me the dimensions 2.15 meter. So when they ask me for the dimension, how much by how much, how many meter? So I can just put 2.15 meter by 3 meter. I can also put it the other way around, 3 meter by 2.15 meter also can. Okay. Brian, are you doing your work properly or you keep changing your screen? Okay. Tristan, have you written down the work? Tristan. Okay. Zishu, I hope you found the notes already. Zishu. Okay, Tristan, give me a thumbs up, miss. So this one finished writing already, can? Now let's go on to the second portion. Says find the actual area. I want the area now, square meters. So in order to get area, let me begin with map is to actual. Now there are two different scale down here. Which one do we use? There's a number 1 cm to cm. There's a number 2 cm to meters. They want actual here in square meter, so they want meters square. Which scale do I use? 1 or 2? Anyone? Or you can type in your chat group and let me know the answer.
2.
2. Yes, thank you very much. So we use 1 cm is to 1.2 meters. Next thing, how do we get area? What do we need to do in order to get area? Anyone? If I'm going to wait like that, then nobody give me answer already. What to do to get area? Ladies, gentlemen, hello. Yes, square everything. 1 square cm square, 1.2 square meter square. So let's find this. 1 square is still 1. 1.2 square, that gives me 1.44 meters square. Okay, they want the actual area of the master bedroom. How you know what's the master bedroom? How to find area of the master bedroom? Where's the master bedroom? The master bedroom is down here, right? So this is the master bedroom. How to find this area for the master bedroom? Anyone? I know here 2.5. I know this one also 2.5. So what do I need to do to get the area? I take 2.5 times 2.5 to get my area. This area here is 6.25 cm square. So now I use this 6.25 cm square here. This part y'all can understand? Can? Okay, okay, Angelica put good means can. Then I multiply with my scale. So I want to get this number 6.25, so it'll be 1.44 times 6.25. And that gives me the answer 9 meters square answer. Okay, please write down. If you are done, you can give me a thumbs up. Is it okay? Can, good, huh? So the thing that we need to do this is a practical application of the question. You need to read the scale that's given, right? And then find the corresponding measurements. There's so many measurements in the diagram. Find the correct set of measurements that you need. Okay. Next one. The question says the air conditioner latch has an actual area of 0.8. So they want the area scale. So I'm going to use my map is to actual. I'm going to use the one with the area. The one with the area is this one over here. 1 cm square is to 1.44 meters square. Now they give me this number 0.864. Okay, this number 0.864 meters square, is it under the map or the actual? Elise, is this the map or the actual?
Actual.
Yes, thank you very much. So this one is under my actual, which is 0.864 meters square. How do we find the answer? We take this, divide, and multiply. So 0.864 over 1.44 times 1. Okay. Brian, you got a calculator with you already? Brian, can you calculate the answer? Now then go and take calculator. If not, then I ask Zhishu, you got a calculator with you? Can you calculate the number? What you get? no have calculator. Hey, hello anyone? Where else? Who else got calculator? Is Brian back with your calculator already?
0.6.
Yes, thank you very much. 0.6 cm square. Brian, you must have your calculator with you. Brian, he disappeared. Okay, I wait a while for him to come back. Okay, so this one is the area of the whichever in meter square. Okay, see whether have you all finished copying. Is Brian back? Brian is not back. Okay. Okay. All right. So Tristan, these are all the rest done, finished writing? Okay, so must know how to find the answer. We must use the correct scale, then match with the correct portion, then do the proportion. Okay. Brian, are you back already, Brian? I can't see you though. Then a lot of you all never switch on the screen, so I don't know what you're doing. Okay, then move on already. Next part. Okay, directly proportional. Oh, two of your pen ink line. Use pencil also can. Okay. Next one, direct and inverse proportion. So before we begin about direct and inverse proportion, let us do a quick review. If it's directly proportional or they varies directly or varies as or whichever, this means y equals to k times something, k multiplied by something. Okay, if it's inversely proportional, okay, then what will happen? Anyone remember? Direct is k times. Inversely will be y equals to k divide by, yes, divide by something. But the something can have power, can have whichever. So must read the question. Okay, first question over here is given that y is directly proportional to the cube root of x. What is cube root? What's the cube root symbol? Y'all know what's the cube root symbol? Danish, do you know what's the cube root symbol? Cube root. Cube root is this one, cube root with a square root with a cube on top, with a 3 on top. So cube root of x. So question say y is directly proportional. So what do we write? Y equals to k times or k divide. Danish screen suddenly disappeared. K times or k divide. Anyone? Yeah, ask Terence. Terence. K times directly proportional, k times or k divide. Okay, disappeared. Huh? What you say?
Divide.
K times or k divide?
Divide.
Divide directly proportional, directly proportional. Times. So k times the cube root of x. Okay, so y equals to k times cube root of x. Then next thing, what else do we know from the question? The question tells me the numbers over here, right? What do we do with these numbers? We plug it inside our equation, our question. Okay, correct or not? You all remember? So we plug it inside our question. Y equals to 1.5 now. Then k times the cube root. The x is the number 8. Okay, then we plug this in. So I have 1.5 equals to k cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 is 2. So times 2. Okay, so we want to find k, we divide both sides by 2. Okay, so cube root of 8 use calculator. So this one 1.5 we divide by 2, we get the number 3/4 or 0.75. Personally, I prefer fractions. You all like to put decimal. If it's exact, you also can write. So I found k to be 3/4. But is this my final answer? What does the question say? The question say express y in terms of x. They want the equation. Correct? Is this the final answer? Yes, yes or no, no? Someone typed in already, right? Okay, how? Is this the final answer? No, right? This is not the final answer. What do I need to do? I need to plug back in my k, right? The k here now change the number to 3/4. So now the answer is y equals to 3/4 times. I'm no longer going to put the multiplication sign. I just write the cube root of x straight away. Okay. Then now if I have this equation, I'm going to use this equation, right? Y equals to 3/4 times the cube root of x. They tell me find the value of y when x equals to the number -64. So now this number over here is going to change to -64 over here. Okay, so then I leave everything to my calculator, get the answer. Okay, who can give me the answer? You, no response. Then it switch on your screen. Anyone got the answer? Brian, do you have the answer? Don't have. You're still writing, is it? Anyone else? Got the answer. Number, calculate the number, please. What's the answer?
-3.
-3. Okay, thank you. Now, using back the same equation, find the value of x when y equals to 6. So now I have y equals to 3/4 times cube root of x. But the y value, y is equals to 6. So this y value over here change to the number 6 equals to 3/4 times cube root of x. How to solve this kind of question? First, I need to find what is the cube root of x first. I don't want the 3/4. So what am I going to do? I don't want the 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 3/4. Okay, so 6 divided by 3/4. That will give me the number 8. Okay, so 8 is equals to cube root of 3. Next one, if 8 is equals to cube root of 3, how to undo the cube root? How to undo the cube root? What's the opposite of cube root? Anyone knows? Y'all long time never study, is it? No response. What's the opposite of cube root? Really don't know. Okay, the opposite of cube root, everything cube. Okay, cube everything, or rather I don't write this way, I just cube both sides. Okay, I cube both sides, so it becomes 8 cube. 8 cube is the number 512. Answer. Okay. Any questions? You all know what I'm talking about?
No.
Don't know what I'm talking about. Which part you need me to repeat? Or you're telling me no question? What is it?
The cube.
You. Okay, y'all give me a symbol lah. If y'all understand what I'm saying, then y'all give me a thumbs up. Don't understand, then y'all put a cross. Then I repeat again. Can Jane don't understand. Jane put what? You know what is this? Dolphin is it, or bird? Don't. Okay, can sure. Then I continue. Oh, somebody don't understand. Which part you need me to repeat, Brian? The part A or the part B or part C?
Part C.
Part C, Okay, I repeat the part C again. Just let me repeat, okay? Be patient with me. First part, this is my original, the equation that I get from the one on top, right? So first they say the number y is now equals to the number 6. So I plug in the number y now change to the number 6. Okay, so y change to a number 6 already on this side. Wait. And equals to 3/4 times the cube root of x. First thing, I cannot find the x directly. I keep the cube root of x first. Okay, but I want to get rid of 3/4. Okay, this one here is multiplication. How do I do the opposite? Okay, I need to get rid of the 3/4. So I divide by 3/4 first. Okay, our Samsung got disconnected. So I divide by 3/4 first. So 6 divided by 3/4. That gives me the number 8. Is that okay? This part until here still okay? Can or not, Brian? This one okay Then now the next one, how to get rid, the 8 is equals to cube root of x. How to get rid of the cube root? What we need to know, if I have something cube, the opposite is cube root. If I got something square, the opposite is square root. If I got multiply, the opposite is addition, right? No, a division, sorry. If I got addition, the opposite is subtraction. So they are opposite of each other. So in order to undo the cube root, so that I can get x only, I'm going to cube both sides. Cube this side. So this one will become 8 cube over here. Then I press my calculator to 512. Answer. Okay. A little bit better now. Yeah. Okay, now I explain the next question. You finish writing first. Next question. Y varies inversely as the square of. Inversely. Check again now. Inversely. K times or K divide. Anyone? K times or K divide? Inversely. K times or K divide?
Divide.
Yes, thank you. Only one person answer me. The rest, okay lah, better than don't have. So y equals to k over, now look very carefully, square of this one. What does this mean? I take x plus 1, then the whole thing I need to square it. So you must always remember there's always something, some power or whatever that's to it. So must use it. So this one will be x plus 1 whole thing square. Next step, what do we do? What do we need to do? We need to look at numbers, right? Fill in, we have numbers, right? Y equals to 3, x equals to 4. We got numbers, right? So you fill in, y is equals to 3, k over, the x is now what number? X is now what number? X is the number 4. Okay, so I have 4, I plus 1 becomes the number 5. Then I square the whole thing. That will give me the number 25. So I have k, this is 25. Here is the number 3. How to find the value for k? This one is divide by 25. So how to get rid of 25? I times 25. Okay, or you can do cross multiplication also can, some of you. Then in this case, I'll get the number 75 is equals to k. But is this my final answer? Anyone? Is it my final answer? No. You. Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, not my final answer. So what I need to do, this k is the number 75. I need to plug it back into my original question. Therefore, my final answer is y equals to, the k now changed to a number 75, x plus 1 whole thing square. Okay, some of you will plug in back the number y is 3, x is 4. Don't need. The y is still y, the x is still x. You just put it back into this part of the equation. Follow this one will do. Okay, so this one is our answer. Next part, part B. Now I found the equation already. Have to use it to find the value when y is equals to 48. I know y now change to the number. Wait, let me write the equation first. Okay, y now change to what number? Y change to the number 48. Okay, equals to 75 over x plus 1 whole thing square. Question, problem. Okay, what are we going to do down here? Got fraction and fraction there. Anyone? What do you need to do? You all must give me. Yeah, thank you. You all must give me response, then we can end our lesson earlier. If not, I keep waiting, then nobody answer me. Very sad. I will be very sad. Okay, we cross multiply. So cross multiply, equal sign stays in the middle. The denominator cross and move over multiply. So this case, I will have 48 cross multiply with x plus 1 square. Then this side over here is just 75. Okay. Now the next step, please don't expand. Don't anyhow go and expand. Later you expand wrongly. Okay. What we can do is, you notice here got 48, here got 75, right? I can get the numbers together. This one is multiplication. I don't want the 48. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to divide by 48 on both sides. Then I get x plus 1 whole thing square over here. This is 75 over 48. 75 over 48, simplify, become 25 over 16. Okay, until here, still okay or not? Until this portion, still okay? Can Then next step, I don't want the square. What did we say is the opposite of square? The opposite of square is to do square root, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get rid of square. I'm going to take square root. Okay, when I get rid of square, there's no more square. It's just x plus 1. So now I'm going to take square root. I will have square root of 25 over 16. But square root will have how many answers? How many answers are there for square root?
2.
2. Very good. First answer is positive. Second answer is negative. Okay, so it's the negative square root 25 over 60. Jane, are you still with us, Jane? Yes, okay. Sarah, you with us? Okay, Kaish, are you still with us? Kaish, okay? No response, no response. Okay. And Didi, you okay or not? No response. You see, disappear already. Okay, next one. So now the next step is I only want to get x. I don't want this minus 1. I don't want this plus 1 over here. What am I going to do? I'm going to take this. I need to subtract 1 on both sides. Okay, then I leave it to my calculator to get my answer. Right, no space really. Therefore, x is equals to square root 25 over 16 minus 1. Make sure the minus 1 is outside your square root. So this will be 1/4 or negatives. This one will be negative 9 over 4. 2 answers. Okay. Are you all okay with this part of the question? You all need me to explain again or not? Danish got disconnected. Okay, let you all copy. Those who finish writing, you give me a thumbs up. Then I go on to the last page for today. I'm left with 20 minutes. the more advanced, the harder questions, I should skip this. It will not be tested. So I'll just do the last page. Okay, after you finish this, then we are done for the day. You finish up, right? Finish already? Let me know. Then I can move on. Are you all done? No, not done. Somebody give me thumbs
Yes.
up. Can or not? Okay, sure. Brian, okay, you finish already, Brian? Brian.
Done.
Okay, can. Then I go on already. Next question already. Okay, Christina say okay. Right, the Kaish, I don't know. Kaish don't know whether okay or not. Tristan, Tristan, you got right or not? Okay, never mind. I go on to the. Then now let's go on to the last few minutes, right? Let's go on to the last page. Last question. Okay, everyone turn to your last page. This one, quadratic graph. Last page. Okay, last question for today. Right now, what are the important information we need from quadratic graph? First thing, there are 3 letters. I, L, and M. You all remember the 3 letters? Okay, what does I stands for? I love math, I love funny, okay. I stands for what? Anyone remember?
Intercept.
Thank you. Yes, correct. Good. Okay, we have x intercepts. The I for intercepts. We got 2 things. One is the x-intercept. The other one is the y-intercept. Okay, if you are copying, let me know. I zoom in a bit more. Okay, x-intercept. What's happened with x-intercept? X-intercept is you cut the x-axis. Which value it becomes 0? The x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0? Anyone remember?
The Y.
Yes, the y is equals to 0. Okay, when that is the x-intercept. If it's the y-intercept, then which one will be 0 now? The x will be equals to 0. After we know the x-intercept, the next thing L for the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry means the line that's in between the two of them. What do we need to do? We need to take the line of symmetry is always x equals to something. In this case, we need to take 2x-intercept the number, add together, divide by 2 to find the number in between. Then last but not least, got a maximum or minimum point. Okay, what is this maximum or minimum point? The x value is the same as the line of symmetry. Then we need to find the substitute to find the y value. Okay, so let's go through all this concept I, L, and M slowly part by part using a question. So our question over here, first part, it says, this curve over here is shown, right? It cuts the x-axis. When you cut the x-axis at the point P and Q, cut the x-axis, what happens? Check. Cut the x-axis, x-intercept, what happens? The y is equals to 0. Okay, then this one say cut the y-axis. Cut that y-axis. What happened? X is equals to 0. So first, to find the coordinates of R, R is the one that cut the y-axis, right? So cut y-axis, x is equals to 0. What do? We have our equation 2x squared minus 6x minus 8, the equation over here, right? What happens now? The value for your x is now what number? What number? Respond. What is the x value now?
0.
0. Only one person putting and then the rest all not talking. I hope you all pay attention. So the x now becomes 0. So y equals to 2 times 0 square. Anything times 0 is still 0, right? Yes, minus 6 times 0. 0 is still 0, right? Only left what number? All these become 0 already. Yes. Only left the number -8. But is this the answer?
No.
No.
No, why? Because the word says coordinates. If it says coordinates means got the x and the y value, correct? The y we found it -8. Then what is our x? What happened to our x? What's our x?
0.
Remember? Yes, our x is the number 0. Okay, so this is the answer for the first one, coordinates of R. Okay, must know how to do, must know how to do, okay? Next one, find the coordinates of Q. P and Q is cut x-axis. If we cut the x-axis, what happened? The y value is equals to 0. Now let's look at our equation. The y is 2x squared minus 6x minus 8. The y is equals to the value 0. How to do this part of the question? I send you my favorite letter. F4. Need to do what?
Factorize.
Yes, factorize. Okay, algebra always have this one, factorize. Then you take out your calculator, mode 33 or mode 522. You have your calculator to help you, right? What is the A? What is the A? A will be 2. What is the B? Anyone know?
-6.
-6. Very good. What about the C? Other than Samsu, who's the kind Su, who else can tell me what's negative? What's the C?
-8.
Yes, thank you very much. -8. So I key this into my calculator. My calculator shows me 4 and -1. How do I write this into my brackets? 4. This one is 4. I think this one you know how to do, right? 4. So if it's +4, we put a -4. So it's x minus 4. This one is -1, we put a +1. This is x plus 1. Okay, from here we have 2 answers, right? Where's the first answer? Maybe I call Sarah. What's the first answer?
X minus 4 equals 0.
Thank you. Then I call the other one, Christina. What's the second answer, Christina?
+1 equals to 0.
Thank you. Okay, so from here we have x. You bring over the -4, become +4, or the other one, x is equals to, this one bring over, change over, become -1. Okay, so now we have 2 points. We have got 2 number. One is 4, one is -1. Let's look at our graph for P and Q. 4 and -1. P and Q. 4 and -1. Which one is P? P is which one? 4 or -1? P. Come on, you all want to go back? Want to end off the Zoom? Also must quickly respond. Give me answer. P. What's the P? P is which one? I talk to myself. Or type in the chat. No.
-1.
Thank you. Q will be the 4. Okay, but the question wants coordinates. So I know P is -1. The Q is 4. But they want coordinates. So this is not my final answer. Then I got my x value already, which is all the number, -1 and 4. What is my y value?
0.
0. Yes. Okay, 0. So these are my coordinates. 1 mark each. Okay. So now I know on my graph already that I have, this one is -4, that one is 4. Next question says, find the equation of the line of symmetry. So what I need to do, I need to draw the line of symmetry, correct? So where's my line of symmetry? My line of symmetry is in the middle. So I need to draw a line of symmetry. My line of symmetry is in the middle. Okay, then this is my line of symmetry. My line of symmetry only cut which axis? Is vertical, right? So it only cut the x-axis. Must be x equals to a number. Question now comes in. This number here, -1. That number there is 4. How to find this number in the middle? How to find the number in the middle? One is -1, the other one is 4. How to find the number in the middle? What do we need to do?
Plus
We-
together and divide.
Thank you. We add them together and then divide by 2. So equation only cut the x-axis, must have the letter x equals 2. Right? Then we say the number is -1, the other number is 4. Add them together, divide by 2. I get my answer 1.5, right? Or rather 3/2 or 1.5. Okay, so I'll 3/2. So you can write x equals to 1.5 or you can write x equals to 3/2. But you must have your x equals to. If it's just the 1.5, right? 1.5 is only a number. Okay, it's not an equation of the line. Okay. Then next one, they want us to find the minimum value. What's the minimum value? Minimum value. Let's see. We found this answer here to be 1.5. I erase this a bit. We found this number here, 1.5. Minimum value means it's at the minimum point, right? At this point over here. Okay, at this point. When it's at this minimum point, what is my x value, x coordinate? The x coordinate is the number 1.5. Okay, the x and this x is the same because it lies on the line of symmetry. They're on the same line. So I want to find the y value. What is this question mark? The y value. Okay, so what I do, I know that x is now equals to 1.5. My y is that equation, 2x squared minus 6 times x minus 8. So what do? We plug the x equals to the number 1.5 inside our equation. Okay, so I take 1.5 squaring times 2 minus 6 times 1.5 minus 8. Please make sure you use the calculator carefully. This is 2 times 1.5 square. You only square the 1.5. Okay. This one, I got number 12.5. The question now say only want the value. So they only want the y value. They did not want the coordinates of the minimum point. So the answer is just -12.5. Okay. Right, I leave this over here. Okay, which part y'all not sure? Need me to explain again? Right, have y'all finished writing? Okay, if you finish writing and you're done, got no other questions, then you can go off already. Please study for your test. Okay, next week I'll try to have another Zoom session for revision. Okay, if not, then you can go off already.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. How, Terence? Didi gone already, Didi. not there since the beginning? Okay, never mind. I show in after lesson.